Limonov, the ballad, directed by Kirill Serebrennikov, presented in competition at the 77th Cannes Film Festival. This is a biopic about a revolutionary militant who's also a bit of a thug, an underground writer, a poet, a warmonger, and his story, or the story of this man, had been written by Emmanuel Carrère. Emmanuel Carrère met Limonov. They spent a couple of weeks together in Paris working on a documentary, and that's where the idea came to tell that story in film, or rather in a book, first of all. Emmanuel Carrère decided to do the book, and it's a thrilling story because it really does tell us something about Russia, and it also takes us on a journey through Russia over 40 years in time, spanning back and forth. And as Emmanuel Carrère, the author, says, it's not only about Limonov and Russia, it's about everybody. Ben Whishaw, with his glasses on, he plays Q, amongst other things, in James Bond. And here we have Victoria Miroshnichenko, who plays the role of Eleanor in the film. The producers are also on the red carpet. Mario Giannani, Dmitry Ressin, and Lorenzo Gangorosa. Kirill Serebrennikov is also preparing a new project with Pathé, the French company. It will be produced by Pathé, and Serebrennikov is going to direct an erotic, subversive mini-series, which is going to be produced soon. So Serebrennikov has a theatrical background, makes films, and it's going to switch now to TV series. And here he is with Ben Whishaw. Specialists will know him from many of his films. We've mentioned Q several times. He was in The Lobster. He's also in No Time to Die, Women Talking, Danish Girl by Tom Hooper, In the Heart of the Sea by Ron Howard, and he started off in the film Perfume, which is the adaptation of the German book, Perfume, Das Parfum. He also starred in a French film, Mauvais Passe, by Michel Blanc in 1999. It was one of his first films. Yeah, a crazy story. And apparently he loved that experience. He was just a young actor back then, working in France. His French wasn't that good. He couldn't really understand everything that was going on. But Ben Whishaw loves and inspired by James Stewart, and his favorite film is Vertigo. So here we have Thierry Frémaux and Ibis Knobloch, the bosses of the film festival, greeting the crew. This is the latest film in competition, the latest of the 22 films in competition, which will be viewed by Greta Gerwig's jury, so that they can award the prizes. Of course, Serebrennikov has been to Cannes many, many times, well, a handful of times. He's already won some prizes. Am I getting ahead of myself, or is this the case? Yes. In fact, it wasn't a prize here. He got the Vulcan Prize for the artist and technician for his film Petrov's Flu. But he was in competition with 4 of his films, including this one, Limonov, the Ballad. So Kirill Serebrennikov had adapted Chekhov for the Avignon Theatre Festival. He played in the Palais des Papes. There were 1,000 people turned up to see his play, to salute another character from Russian culture, Anton Chekhov. So could this be a golden palm for Russia, and what there hasn't been one since about 1936, a film about swans flying over? So Serebrennikov says he is, or does he say he's a Russian filmmaker? That's a question we must ask. He says he's a dissident. He no longer lives in Russia. He left on the eve of the invasion of Ukraine. He's a fervent defender of the LGBTQ movement and Pussy Riots. He was sentenced to prison but had a suspended sentence which was said for embezzlement, but that's a whole nother story. Here they are inside the festival hall. They're going to go into the movie theatre, and we will hear, I'm sure, applause for Kirill Serebrennikov. We will be back later on for another red carpet. Kevin Costner will be on the red carpet later on, telling us a story about the Far West.